Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Marina Grossu from Washington, D.C. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. A humanitarian organization has raised alarms regarding the situation in Gaza, particularly impacting children. Save the Children has said that continuous bombings and conflict worsen food shortages, leading to starvation among the population, with children being the most vulnerable. Despite having emergency aid ready, delivering it proves challenging due to border closures, ongoing fighting, and protests obstructing food supply trucks. The scarcity of food has also contributed to the spread of diseases, while the few functioning health facilities struggle to cope. Amid negotiations for a truce in Gaza, Hamas urged Palestinians to march to Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque at the start of Ramadan, escalating tensions. The proposed ceasefire during Ramadan, expected to begin on March 10th, is a focal point of discussions between Israel and Hamas, facilitated by Qatar. However, significant differences remain, with the status of Al-Aqsa being a contentious issue. Multiple incidents of persecution against Christians occurred over the weekend, with significant casualties reported in Ethiopia, Burkina Faso, and Haiti. In Ethiopia, tragedy struck when armed assailants attacked a monastery located around 50 kilometers from Addis Ababa on February 22nd, resulting in the deaths of 4 Orthodox monks. In Burkina Faso, 15 people lost their lives in an assault on a church in the northern part of the country, while a separate attack on a mosque in the east claimed the lives of numerous others. Expressing deep sorrow over these tragedies, Pope Francis emphasized the importance of solidarity and prayer for those affected by violence, extending his condolences to both the Catholic and Muslim communities impacted by the attacks. After the Wednesday general audience, the Pope has also called attention to the plight of the people in Haiti, where ongoing violence and kidnappings by armed groups have plunged the nation into turmoil. Pope Francis has urged the Argentine judges to follow Jesus in defending the rights of the vulnerable and suffering. The Pope was speaking in a video message addressed to the Pan-American Committee of Judges for Social Rights and Franciscan Doctrine on the occasion of the opening of their new headquarters in Buenos Aires and the first branch of the Fray Bartolomé de las Casas Institute in Latin America. Severely criticizing the social injustice rampant in the society and nations, the Holy Father emphasized the need to resolve the disparity between the affluent and the poor. The Organization of Judges, which was founded in 2019 at the Pope's request, has national chapters across the Americas and works to advance social justice and rights. President Daniel Ortega's administration continues its crackdown on religious institutions in Nicaragua. On Tuesday, February 27th, the Nicaraguan Ministry of the Interior banned 10 entities, including foundations, religious associations, universities, and non-governmental organizations. The government's justification for the decree, which revokes the legal status of these non-profit associations, is based on its supposed violations and irregularities in their financial reporting. The registration of Maria Guerrero University of Administration, Commerce, and Customs was canceled. Since 2018, over 3,500 political parties, associations, and NGOs have been suppressed in Nicaragua. In 2023, Open Doors, a religious freedom advocacy group, ranked Nicaragua as the 50th most dangerous country for Christians. Within just a year, this Central American nation climbed to the 30th on the list. The Holy Father, in his address to the Synod of Bishops of the Patriarchal Church of Cilicia of the Armenians, urged them to take up the cry for peace. On Wednesday, the pontiff requested everyone to pray for peace due to the ongoing threats of conflict and religious persecution in the region. Pope Francis said that people should pray particularly for those fleeing Nagorno-Karabakh and also for the displaced families seeking refuge. The Pope remarked that although the League of Nations, the precursor of the United Nations, was formed following the First World War to preserve peace, one continues to witness several conflicts and massacres. Pope Francis also offered his prayers to all, especially Armenia. Catholic Vote, a Catholic advocacy group, revealed in a recent study that Catholic churches in the United States have faced 400 attacks in the last 4 years. These incidents, which began during the civil unrest in May 2020, included acts such as church burnings, beheadings of statues of Jesus Christ or the Virgin Mary, vandalism with symbols like swastikas, and disruptive actions during Mass. The leak of a draft Supreme Court opinion on Roe v. Wade further fueled attacks, with 236 incidents reported since then. Catholic Vote noted that only 25% of cases led to arrests, estimating damages to churches at approximately $25 million. Many of these attacks are linked to the issue of abortion. In Sierra Leone, the Archbishop of Freetown expresses concern over people's growing lack of interest in the sacrament of reconciliation in his diocese. Archbishop Edward Tamba Charles said that this developing trend is giving him sleepless nights. The prelate said that the lines for Holy Communion are getting longer, but that the confessionals remain empty. The Archbishop also noted that many people turn up for confessions only at major events. He remarked that Lent is an appropriate time for conversion, as well as for the revival of the sacrament of reconciliation. In the message he shared with the Association for Catholic Information, Archbishop Charles reminded everyone that it is God, not the priest, who forgives a sinner in the sacrament of reconciliation. According to a recent survey conducted by the Public Religion Research Institute, 3 out of 10 Americans are in favor of Christianity, with most of its adherents in the South and the Midwest. The research polled over 22,000 people, revealed that the majority of supporters are from states like North Dakota and Mississippi, while states like Massachusetts and Oregon were least favorable. The survey found that major supporters of Christianity are white evangelical Protestants and Hispanic Protestants, while Christians associated with Pentecostal and charismatic ideologies also support the view. Meanwhile, a strong connection was also found between support for Christianity and support for the Republican Party, which indicated that Christianity might influence the next presidential election, particularly regarding abortion and immigration policies. Ghana's parliament approved the Human, Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, a bill against gender ideology, on Wednesday after months of debate. Homosexuality is already illegal in Ghana and punishable by up to 3 years in prison. Under the new law, the maximum sentence will increase to 5 years, including a custodial sentence for people convicted of advocating for LGBTQ ideology and distribution of material deemed supportive of LGBTQ ideology. The bill is sponsored by leaders from Ghana's Christian and Muslim communities. Sponsors of the bill said they seek to protect children and people who are victims of abuse, and said that they consulted many groups, including the Christian Council of Ghana, the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference, and the country's chief imam while drafting it. However, a coalition of LGBTQ activists said the bill violated so-called fundamental human rights. Republican lawmakers in the U.S. state of Missouri are once again seeking to block Medicaid funding to Planned Parenthood facilities in the state after it failed at the Supreme Court in a previous attempt. The bill got initial approval in the Republican-led House on Wednesday. The lawmakers argue that the organization, which offers abortions in other states, should not get any more public funds. State Representative Cody Smith is the bill's sponsor, and it would make it illegal for any public funds, including Medicaid reimbursements, to be given to abortion facilities or any of its affiliates, such as Planned Parenthood. Republicans have tried to ban Planned Parenthood from receiving Medicaid funding for years. According to a new study, a significant majority of TV and film viewers around the world prefer more accurate and respectful portrayals of faith and religion in entertainment. Nearly 10,000 media consumers across 11 countries were surveyed in a global study conducted by Harris X in collaboration with Faith and Media Initiative. Many people who participated in the study criticized Hollywood for promoting negative stereotypes of religion. 80% of the viewers wanted the entertainment industry to improve portrayals of faith for accuracy and authenticity, while 68% desired to watch diverse religious perspectives. The viewers preferred contents that promote tolerance and understanding and represent their religious identity, that move beyond stereotypes and sensationalism. Pakistan's Sindh Provincial Assembly has chosen Christian politician Anthony Naveed as its first ever Christian deputy speaker, marking an important milestone in the Assembly's history. Representing the Pakistan People's Party, Naveed got 111 votes out of 147 to defeat his opponent, advocate Rashid Khan of the Muttahida Qawmi movement. Naveed, an engineering graduate from Karachi, has committed his life to serving his community, with a special emphasis on youth education and career guidance. He had served as the vice president of the Karachi Christian Boys Association and had represented the Catholic Youth Commission of Pakistan at the World Youth Day in Toronto in 2002. Naveed said that he intends to fight for the rights of religious minorities and alleviate the difficulties they face in the province. And those are your latest headlines. Join us again tomorrow for more. You can also visit us at swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.